call 911, dispatchers could respond with a video chat. This new technology is called Prepared Live, and it will allow first responders to see the emergency before they arrive.
Interesting stuff here. Fox County's Kenny Harris shows us how it works.
911 dispatchers are always on standby, answering your call, relaying information, and sending help your way. But imagine
what happens when they can really perhaps see what's going on and be able to tell that law enforcement officer or that paramedic or that firefighter, here's what I see on the scene.
With Oconee County's new Prepared Live technology, now they can see.
We've always tried to be proactive at the sheriff's office here to take advantage of new technology that is out there.
Here's how it works. Say you're having an emergency. You pick up the phone and you call 911. You speak to dispatch, then they'll text you a link. That link will give them access to your location and a live stream from your camera.
And the dispatcher can seek the caller's permission to get things like location, live streaming video, any pictures, any saved video.
The sheriff's office did a trial run before officially launching the program this week. It can be used in almost any situation and only access certain data with your permission. Can't speak? Text your dispatcher. In an accident, show them your injuries. Lost? Share your location.
So when that first responder, that law enforcement officer or whomever gets on scene, they already know beforehand what's going on with that situation and can be better prepared.
Watts says it's also beneficial for the responders' safety to have a better idea of the situation they're responding to.
But the most important part about this technology is painting that picture, that real-time intelligence of what's going on.
Kennedy Harris, Fox Carolina News.
Now, the platform will not be used for every 911 call, only when the dispatcher deems it necessary.